Spilling the tea on IB. Key to acing IB is not studying. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Vansi Kaushik and I am an incoming freshman at UCLA, and I make videos related to college applications, IB, lifestyle, any other fun stuff I might think of on the spot. So definitely hit that subscribe button and follow me on Instagram for more updates and future video recommendations. Today is going to be all about the IB. We are going to be talking about how you can get a 40 plus in the IB, how I got a 40 plus, give you some general tips, tricks, and stuff like that. And then in the end, we are going to talk about the very important question that every single IB student dreads and thinks about every second of their life, whether the IB is worth it or not. So let's get into it. My very first and most important tip is to figure out the needs of the subjects you're taking. So you're probably taking 3 higher levels and 3 standard levels, unless you're a genius and take 4 higher levels. But naturally people think that higher level subjects require more work, and for me that was the opposite. Biology and chemistry came pretty naturally to me, so I didn't have to spend that much time on it. But Spanish, English, math, I had to spend so much time on, and those are my standard levels. So don't think that just because they're higher levels you have to spend more time on them. Figure out what you need, because everyone has different interests, different strengths, different weaknesses. My next tip is to figure out and define the study methods for each subject. For example, for biology, I would watch videos on YouTube. There's so many cool resources on YouTube, and that would help me visualize the biological processes or whatever I was learning, and that really helped me in the exams when I had to write like a full 8 marker on like the Krebs cycle or something. In contrast, for chemistry, I would literally read the textbook, because my textbook was godly. It was like my angel, my Bible or whatever. If you guys want me to do like an in-depth study method kind of video for all the subjects I did, let me know in the comment section below or reach out to me. But yeah, it's really important to define how you're gonna study for each subject, because the demands for each subject are so different, and if you really recall that in the beginning and understand that this subject requires this, you will definitely excel. My next tip is to be consistent, and this is like the most basic tip ever, but literally I'm not telling you to make that aesthetic bougie ass like calendar or something. I'm telling you to just, you know what, you have 7 days in a week, you can allot 1 day for each subject, and you should do that, because when you're consistent you will find more resources to study, you will find what works for you in a better way, and that will help you in the long run leading up to your IB board exams or 11th final exams. My next tip is to master time management. How do you do that? Well, this is my opinion, truly just my opinion, but this is something I learned in college and I wish I learned in the IB. It's to wake up and decide and identify what you have to do today, and not just scheduling things or writing things down that are related to academics and education. Write things down that are related to physical education, social, meetups and stuff if you want to talk to your friends for a while, because the IB does take a toll on your mental health. It's always that lingering thing that, you know what, I'm in the IB diploma program and I have to do this, I have this deadline, that deadline, this exam coming up. But that's exactly why you have to schedule in things that aren't related to the IB. And again, this isn't me advertising that you shouldn't work hard. This is me telling you guys that the key to acing IB is not studying 24/7. It definitely is not. You have to find what schedule works for you and schedule in breaks for yourself. Try to get moving, take a step back, and realize your interests, your hobbies, and do not let that go because of the IB. My last tip, and my friends will call me a hypocrite for this because I do this all the time, is to stop complaining about the IB. Oh my god. Okay, going into the IB not knowing what it is, I already started complaining about it. All my seniors, everyone would be like, you know
what, IB is the hardest sport ever and you're gonna have no social life.
To be honest, if you go into something with that approach, you will not fare well in that thing. Because when I thought of doing my IB tasks, IB deadlines, I would always have that in the back of my mind that this is really hard. This is something that's going to take a lot of work, and thus I would procrastinate. Why do we procrastinate? We procrastinate because we don't want to do the activity or deadline or exam that's coming up, because we think it's hard, we think we can't do it. And why do we think we can't do it? Because everyone makes IB such a huge deal. And okay, it is really hard. It is quite challenging, and it's like a college level course in high school. But That's the whole point. You have taken that step to take IB. So why complain about it? Why enter IB with this approach that, you know what, you're gonna fail because it's the hardest thing ever? Change that mindset and you will do so much better, trust me. Moving on though, let's approach the question, the elephant in the room or video thing, whatever. Is the IB worth it? Short answer and very unpopular opinion.
Yes.
But I think there are ways and methods in which schools, including mine, have made the IB seem like it's not worth it. So in light of that, I'm gonna break it down for you guys. There are two main reasons the IB is worth it. Number one is for college admissions. Why? Because the IB is a rigorous program colleges want students who have been through a rigorous high school program because they will definitely excel in college. Another reason is the emphasis on research. You already have a strong foundation in it from your IAs, from your extended essays, then colleges love that and they know that because it is inherent to the IB program. And so your chances just overall increase if you are an IB student. The second reason is because it teaches you very, very crucial time management skills. As an IB student, you have to balance having that good IB score, doing your extended essays, IAs, your deadlines, and doing your TOK, and plus extracurriculars for college apps, and essays for college apps, and having a social life and interacting with friends. And that is literally what college is about. You have to balance your clubs. I'm applying to clubs right now, and it's so much work. And I can't imagine applying to clubs along with my classes. Like right now, I don't have classes. My classes start in like 2 days. So having classes, balancing clubs, meeting people, talking to people, especially with online school, and then actually going on campus and balancing all of that at once, that's gonna be really hard in a new place especially. So I think IB really, really gives you a strong foundation for those things. So trust me, I know you're going through pain right now, especially seniors. You have your deadlines, you have your midterms, you have your college apps. It's a lot of work. I know I was in that situation last year, but trust me, it'll all be worth it once you go to college and in college admissions, because college admissions officers know you're struggling and they will definitely take that into account. However, I do want to talk about the poor way some schools implement the IB program, especially my school. Jesus Christ, we had our 11th finals in like May and June. So we were studying for our finals and they would put all of our deadlines and mush them all together into, you know, that one time period. So that's where that whole extra stress, anxiety, and hatred for IB comes from. Not because of the IB program, but because of the way some schools implement them. That's what makes some people think that it's not worth it. But I think the IB program in itself, without the way the schools implement the deadlines and everything, that way the IB is definitely worth it. That is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope this helped you, gave you a clear idea of what you should do as an IB student. If you have any further questions, if you want me to make another IB video, maybe on my study methods, specific subject study methods, then I'll definitely do that. Just comment down below, reach out to me, follow me on Instagram, and support this entire community thing that's building. And yeah, I will see you guys next time.